This is The Drive with Niladri.
Indigo 91.9.
You're catching all the throwback tunes right here on The Drive on Indigo 91.9 and Niladri. And like I was mentioning earlier, we're going to be in conversation with Aashish Dubey, social media influencer.
Ashish, first of all, welcome to The Drive. My question to you first is, tell us about your Insta handle, Lofty Spectrums. And also this brother-sister combination that you guys work on.
That's pretty interesting. So, hi Niladri, first of all, and thanks for having me here.
Thank you for coming, yes.
And I would just like to add a few bits about the brother-sister aspect first of all. So
Right.
our blog, which goes by the name Lofty Spectrums, we started it around 3 years back, more than 3 years now. And how we started was we both were just doing our work. We came back from our workplace. She's a lawyer. I'm an MBA. I'm a consultant, and then used to be now. And we came back, and then we were like, this is kind of dreary. We need to do something. And then she's a content writer anyway, and then
Right.
I've been doing some influencer activity earlier as well. So why not just go mainstream and go about it, take it as a passion, take it as a work full time. And then although we knew about the challenges, but I think not as much. And that's why ignorance is a bliss, because we did not know, if at all we had known earlier that these are kind of challenges that we're going to be facing being an influencer and a blogger, I don't know whether we would have started or not.
Now, talking about challenges, Ashish, what are the challenges that you face and how challenging is it to be an influencer, especially when you have 70,000 odd people following you on your Insta handle?
I would tell you, this was actually something, it's a long journey, even though it's just 3.5 years. I really believe that every single follower matters to me right now, because I've seen one followers adding up initially, then some 10s, then 50s and all. And as soon as we reached first 1,000, we were like really elated. 10,000 was a celebration for us.
Wow.
So that's how the journey started. And we being brother sister, we have shared all the best and the worst times together. And as you know, in a family, there are like times when they're like the best of times. You are in the celebration, and there are some mourning times as well, unfortunately. And we both have seen all of it together. So that made us stand strong together even through all of these challenges. That was the best part about being siblings. But there are a few challenges being siblings and working together as well in a same company.
Right.
We both have very different working style. Ethics-wise, we are on the same page. That's the best part.
That's most important.
Exactly, because if the work ethics do not match, it's not something which we can carry on for a long time.
Yes.
Ethic-wise, we are very much on the same page. But working style-wise, when I say it's different, I mean to say that Anuja, who's also called as Softy, and that's why I'm lucky. So lucky plus Softy,
Lofty Spectrums.
That's how it has come.
All right, here we go.
So Softy has a style of a very hard taskmaster. She has just thought about finishing up a post, finishing up a blog today, giving it for going live tonight. It has to go live tonight. Like for anything, you cannot wait. Even if it's a festival, you will not be celebrating that festival. You have to finish it off. Right. For me, I'm more towards the artistic side, and so that's kind of an alibi for me to be late. But then,
Well, stay right where you are. I've got a few more questions with Aashish Dubey, but that in just a bit. For now, we'll get straight back into some throwback tunes. Soulja Boy and Kiss Me Through the Phone.
This is The Drive with Niladri.
Indigo 91.9.
Still in conversation with social media influencer and blogger Aashish Dubey, and you can catch him on his Insta handle, which he runs along with his sister, and that's called Lofty Spectrums. Now, Aashish,
where are your areas of expertise? I mean, when it comes to Lofty Spectrums, what do you blog about, and what are you influencing people about?
So there's one very a catch about Lofty Spectrums, which is very different from other blogging websites, and they are very good. We have taken some cues from people who are doing some amazing and awesome work, but then where we stand apart, we stand different, is on the fact that we cater to very different age groups as well as the genders, because she's catering to the women lifestyle and fashion, and for me, I'm doing lifestyle with health and fitness.
All right.
And we both travel together, and we both have been traveling together for a very long time. Now, whenever we get travel blogging opportunities, we do it together. And the way we present it, I think that's something which I haven't seen in Indian bloggers ever. So, yeah.
Right. Which is one influencer on the World Wide Web that inspires you?
Okay. So there's this Bruce Passports, who's actually into a lot of traveling, as the name suggests. Their passports are Bruce. So Yeah, so they are very inspiring with the fact that their photographs are really to die for.
Right.
You can really get the feel of those places where they are, and that's what I want to represent it, because I've been to mostly all of those places where these guys have gone and they showcase, and I've also been invited.
Right.
But the kind of showcasing is done through photographs, and I think that's the world right now revolves around the photographs. Seeing is believing.
Absolutely.
I think that's something which we still have to go a long way for.
Now, your job or your vocation sounds extremely interesting. Now, if I was to be an influencer, what do I need to do, Aashish?
I really believe, like, given your voice and given your calm personality, I think you should be talking about some DIYs, and you should be talking about some of the lifestyle blogging, I think, because lifestyle is something which will suit your voice and your personality a lot.
All right, that's advice from Aashish of Lofty Spectrums. Now, we spoke about the challenges, and I want to know one thing about being an influencer. What are your work hours? How does one get monetized? And is it burning the midnight oil through the week in order to get to where you have got, which is 70,000 odd followers? Talk to us about it.
So I'll tell you, it's mostly burning the midnight oil, I'll tell you, and that too, not the weekdays, mostly the weekends.
Weekends, right.
Because now, being a social influencer, you've been invited to many of the launches.
Right.
You
So
know,
it's a constant effort that you have to put in order to get this going on a daily basis.
We'll come back and continue this chat with Aashish Dubey, but for now we'll get straight back into some throwback tunes. Chameleonaire with Hip Hop Police.
This is The Drive with Niladri.
Indigo 91.9.
You're catching The Drive on Indigo 91.9. I'm Niladri, and in case you're just joining us, we are in conversation with social media influencer and blogger Aashish Dubey, and you can catch him on his Insta handle, Lofty Spectrums. Now, Aashish,
You're a musician as well,
Yeah.
singer, musician as well, and you're off to a big trip to the US and Canada. Talk to us about the musical part of you, and what are you up to in the US and Canada?
Yeah, so Niladri, this is a very, very big question, because I'll tell you how I started and when did my journey of a musician started. It's something which even I, like, as far as I remember, since the very beginning of my life, I've been into music.
Right.
And you know how in 90s it was more of the generation and the time of the radios and the
Right,
cassette
absolutely.
players.
Yes.
So how I grew up was with the music. My parents are the musical background as well. Both of them are Praveen in their music. Praveen is one of the qualifications in Hindustani classical.
Right.
So they both are musicians, singers as well. So I've grown up in an environment where my father used to come back from services.
Right.
And then both of them used to jam together. Now we call it jam, while
Right.
it used to be Riyaz. And I think it was just going into my ears, my heart, and everywhere. And I think I'm totally bathed in the music which I have listened from the very early time of my life. And now I have come up with my own music album, first time, like last year I did it, and it was in collaboration with the UN, and I've done it with keeping in mind the sustainable development goals of the UN. The UNICEF has
Right.
appreciated it as well, and now my music is nominated in many countries across, and I've been invited for them. I'm one of those 5 lucky people who have been nominated across the world from all the categories who've been selected for that.
Fantastic.
So thank you so much, and I really feel already like a winner, but definitely nothing like winning and going over there up on stage and giving a winning speech.
Absolutely, and that's going to come out true very soon. But look at it, law of attraction. When you were a little child, you used to take the radio, slam it against your ear, listen to music, and today you're on radio talking about your achievements. So
Yes.
Congratulations once again. All the very best with your US trip, and hopefully when you come back, we're going to chat about that winning speech that you make. when you get there.
Niladri, that's like superb. I really, I have goosebumps right now, and I wish this happens for true.
Absolutely. Great talking to you, Aashish.
It was an amazing honor for me, and thanks, Niladri. Thanks for your time.
well, that was social media influencer and blogger Aashish Dubey, and yes, like I mentioned earlier, you can catch him on his Insta handle, which is Lofty Spectrums. Well, that brings us almost to the end of our throwback hour, but I'm going to leave you with a super tune from Ini Kamosi. Here comes the hot stepper.